Good afternoon, traders all around the world. This is FXPassion broadcasting you live on YouTube, and this is the Forex trading course 101. We are in the beginner module, everybody. If this is your first time, please go back on the Stohastic webinar page on YouTube and start to watch and learn with the basic module. Okay, we are in the beginner module. Remember what we are trying to do. We are trying to build a strategy and or a system that is easy for you to obey and that you understand, of course. We are trying to understand the risk management. Why is that? Because without risk management, our strategy and system is not going to work. And the big one, we're trying to learn in the future lessons how our psychology affects our risk management decisions and our trading decisions, everybody. And again, without psychology you aren't going anywhere, everybody. Not you, me also. So without psychology we aren't going to go anywhere. Without psychology, our risk management systems and strategies and our trading systems and strategies aren't going to work. Hello Akos, hello Annie, ciao Giuseppe, hello King, hello Hassan, hello Vincent, hello Miguel, hello Zuelius. How is everybody? Remember, 90% of traders lose money in the Forex market worldwide, and the webinars are not trading or investment advice. The webinars are for educational purposes only, everybody. And today's lesson is what is support, resistance and pivot points. Before Romar, are you online? I need to give. Romar was asking about the counter trend line the last time. Okay, everybody. So we're going to talk about this first, and then we're going to move on the support, resistance. Sorry, what happened to JPY pairs? Giuseppe, niente di speciale, Giuseppe. Niente di speciale. Hello Christian, how are you? Everybody, the market is moving normally, okay? Nothing happened to the JPY pairs. Okay? Nothing special. Giuseppe, on what time frame are you analyzing and trading? Giuseppe. Okay, everybody, so trend lines and counter trend lines. One more time, okay? A trend line is a tool that is going to confirm the trend. It could be the uptrend and it could be the downtrend, right? And in an uptrend, a trend line is going to confirm the uptrend. And how we are going to spot the uptrend? Well, where is snap? Okay. We're going to see the market making higher highs, higher lows in an uptrend, right? And we learned what is a high and what is a low. Now, what is challenging in the beginning is that not all highs and lows are relevant. Okay, so the market could be moving with the blue line. So the red line is theory. As you can see, the red line is theory. Namaste Patak. Giuseppe, this is a big move now. Well, let's check. Let's check USD JPY. It's not. Giuseppe, it's not a big move. It's a normal candle. It was a news event, but not so important, believe me. USD JPY, not that important, Giuseppe. It's a news event, most likely. But it's nothing special. The market is crazy today. Why is that? Why is that? Surely I get you, master. Akos, you are the master, believe me. So, when we are talking about trend lines, this is how you are going to draw the trend line. Now, where and how to adjust? Well, sometimes the market is going to break let's delete. Sometimes the market is going to break the uptrend line, but you should not move the uptrend line. Why not? Because if you want to move, you need the next sequence. Okay, so one or two things are going to happen, or the market is going to push higher, okay, and you are going to have a new higher high and a new higher low, and in this case you are going to move your trend line, because a trend line is just a tool that confirms the trend. So this higher high and this higher low are confirming. Passion, can you repeat? Yes, sir. This higher high and this higher low are confirming the trend. A trend is a sequence, right? It's a sequence of highs and lows. A trend is a sequence of relevant highs and lows. But the blue line is how it's going to appear in the market. Right? The market can do this, and then it can do this. This is the market right now. Right? But before we move, we must see trend continuation. And we learned about this, how to confirm a trend. 25, 25, 25, 25, 100%. CHFJ, hello everyone, hello Santano. GBP is making big moves. The market is boring today. See everybody, you have different opinions about the market. Somebody says the market is crazy, somebody says, oh, there are big moves. Somebody says, no, the market is boring. It's all about perception. Christian, euro dollar 2. CHFJPY. Hello VA sir, how are you? Okay, we're going to check the currency pairs in the end, okay everybody? We need to finish what we are here for, so. Or maybe the market is going to push like this and then is going to push like this. So your uptrend line, everybody, is going to stay the way it is. The uptrend line, right? Let's color code this in what? Yellow maybe? And the question was about the counter trend line. So we are going to move the uptrend line, everybody, just if we have a confirmation. Any questions about that? Any questions about how to adjust the uptrend line or the downtrend line for what matters? Right? No question. Okay, great. So delete, 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 delete. Okay? Now, talking about the trend line break and talking about the counter trend line break. The signal that is going to show you that the market broke the trend line or the counter trend line is the whole body candle. The body of the candle must close on the other side. Okay, this is the signal. It doesn't matter what wicks we are going to have in here, what doji or dragonfly doji or gravestone doji or the whatever, it doesn't matter. The signal is the close of the body of the candle on the other side of the relevant trend line that we are trading. This is the signal, right? And if you understand the rules, everybody, can you adjust your trend line right now? Can you move your uptrend line? It's a yes or no question, everybody. You have 3 different candles like this. Okay, you have 3 different candles. Okay, let's make it 2. Clone. And okay, you have 3 different candles. Can you move your uptrend line? It's a yes or no question. Romer, we are talking about your question from 2 days ago. And yes, you are late, so you are going to please watch this webinar from the beginning. Okay? Please repeat and show in real chart. Yes, sir. I'm just asking everybody, can you adjust your uptrend line like this? Can you move it up or down? No, Christian, you are correct. You don't have any reasons to move this uptrend line. Hassan says no. The market didn't make higher high, higher low. Right? Okay, now the example, where were we? So we are here, everybody. Okay? Now we said first 3 candles, right? 1, 2, 3. And we said, well, we are going to draw our counter trend line like this. Okay? The first 3 candles. Now, bear in mind, we are going to use the same rules. The same rules. Okay? Now until next hit higher high. Yes, why? Because the trend line confirms the sequence of the trend. Right? Okay, so those are 1, 2, 3. Okay, now do we have a low? Everybody, do we have a low here? We're going to use exactly the same rules. Do we have a low? Again, it's a yes or no question. Do we have a low here? And remember, everybody, I have a 20 seconds delay on the chat. No, yes we have, right? We have a low. We learned what are lows, what are highs. So we have the first low, right? And again, snap. Okay. And what are we waiting for? We are waiting for, what is the signal? The signal is the whole body candle. The signal is the whole body candle on the other side of this up. This, it's called the counter trend line, but it could be also called, we can call it the uptrend line. And bam, we're going to extend, right? So do we have a signal right now? Question number 1, do we have a signal? Question number 2, for the stubborn traders, do we have a trend in here? Yes, yes, some of you are stubborn, everybody, but it's okay. I was too, okay? Do we have any trend in here? And do we have a signal? Not yet. Second candle on the left is missing. No, it's not. It's just up in here. Miguel, it's not missing. You have the second candle on the left up in here. But I'm trying to explain to Romer and everybody else who was moving this counter trend line that you cannot move without. Akko says no. Christian together with Miguel, no, it's not missing, it's just upper. Christian and Miguel, are we okay? You have the second candle is here. Are we okay on this? That we have a low? Okay, great. Okay, so the market, number 1, do we have a signal to go short? No, we don't have a whole body candle closed on the other side of the counter trend line. Do we have a trend? Do we have an uptrend that we can adjust our uptrend line? Hassan, we have a trend. Okay, Hassan, where do you see 2 higher highs and 2 higher lows? Where the second high and the second low is a higher high, higher low. Hassan, where do you see a minimum of 2 higher highs and 2 higher lows? where the second high and the second low is a higher high and a higher low? No, no, no. Not yet. Hassan, I want to hear from you, my friend. We have a trend. Where? Not yet, right? Okay, next candle. Bam. Do we have a high, everybody? Do we have the first high right now? Do we have the first high? So we have three questions. Do we have the first high? Do we have the second low? And most importantly, do we have a signal to go short? It's a yes, yes, yes question, or a yes, no, yes question, or a no, no, no question. Everybody, do we have a high? Do we have a higher low? And do we have the signal? Did the market break our counter trend line? Annie says yes, Victor says no, yes, yes. Okay, so yes, we do have the first high. It's this one, right? So we have the first high, we have the first low and we have the first high. Do we agree on that, everybody? That we have the first high, we have the first low and the first high, right? Can we adjust our counter trend line? Yes, we have a high. No, not a signal. Okay, everybody, all of you, right? So we have the first low, we have the first high. Can we mess with our counter trend line? Can we mess with the counter trend line? It break but didn't close under, right? Correct. Can we mess with our counter trend line? It's a yes or no question, everybody. Can we mess? If a trend line is a tool that confirms the uptrend, do we have a confirmed uptrend? No. Correct answer, no. Do we have a signal to go short? The candle that must close must be bullish or bearish. We can move now. No, sir. In order to move the uptrend line, you have the same rules. You must have a minimum of 2 highs and 2 lows. When the market's making the second high is going to be a higher high and a higher low. So it's a no. You cannot move it now. No, sir. So the answer is we don't have an uptrend and we don't have a bearish candle closed, right? Next. Okay, everybody, what now? Do we have a higher low? Do we have a higher low? And do we have a signal to go short? No signal to go short. Yes, sir. Bearish, correct. No, correct. Bearish, correct. Are you saying on the counter trend you need a new high and a new low? Of course, Eddington. You cannot move and adjust this one. You don't have any reasons to do this. Why? So this is just... No, my friend. You have the same rules. You have the same rules. You need an uptrend first before you are going to draw the uptrend line. Not yet, correct. Victor, yes. No. Higher, low. Yes. Everybody in Eddington, we are applying the same rules. A trend line is a tool that confirms a trend. If you have just this one, everybody, this is not an uptrend. It's wrong. Okay? You need to wait. And you have like this. It's even worse. You need to wait for the market to give you the second higher low and the second higher high. Only then you can draw. We are not talking about adjusting even yet, but before you draw an uptrend line, you need the market to confirm the uptrend. Higher low, yes, no higher low until the next two candles. Romer, you're correct. No higher low. Christian, not yet. Not yet, everybody. This is not a low, not yet. Is this a signal to go short? No, it's not, right? Next, 1, 2. Do we have a higher low? Everybody, do we have an uptrend? Look up in here, do we have an uptrend? This counter trend line stays like this. Do we have an uptrend? Do we have any reason to mess with an uptrend line? Romar, do you understand why it's wrong to put it like this? Everybody? Do you understand why it's wrong? This is wrong. You don't have a confirmed uptrend. You don't have a minimum of 2 higher highs and 2 higher lows, where the second high is a second low, right? Okay? Do we have something or anything? Still not. Sideways. No, no, no. Correct. Eddington, do you understand why you shouldn't draw your uptrend line like this? Romar, do you understand why this is wrong? I mean, you can reject what we are teaching you, as always. You can accept, you can, no, I don't agree, no problem. Right, we have a higher high. But can you draw a higher high without a higher low? And again, we need to wait for another candle, right? We need to wait for another candle. Now, is this blue candle here, everybody, a signal for you to go short? Is this a signal for you to go short? It's a yes or no question. Is this a signal for you to go short? This candle closed bearish. Well, I think so. Great, unless there is a trend, counter trend line there cannot be used. Not true. You can use this. I'm going to delete. Oops, not this one. This is what I need. I'm going to delete. This counter trend line stays like this, and this blue candle, everybody, is a signal. This is a signal to go bearish. Okay? Now let's see what happens. Down, and finally, right? Finally the market is falling. Is it clear, everybody? If it's not clear, tell me no, not clear. Explain again. Not clear. Victor says yes. Is it clear, everybody, how to use the counter trend line or the uptrend line for that matters? We are applying the same rules. A trend line is a tool that confirms the trend. And before you move the trend line or adjust the trend line, I'm going to delete this one. The wicks alone have no relevance. Okay? Zuelius, not clear. Zuelius, ask again. Are you saying we can draw any trend line without 2 lows and 2 highs? Yes, Romer, this is exactly what I'm saying. It's a rule, Romer. take any currency pair. Can you draw an uptrend line in here? Can you draw an uptrend line in here? Hassan, clear? Lala, I'm not clear yet. Okay, Zuelius and Lala, this is a rule. It's a rule, okay? It's a rule. Those are rules. Rule, it's a rule. In order to draw a trend line, you must have a minimum of 2 highs and 2 lows. Then in an uptrend you will have the second high and the second low are going to be a higher high and a higher low. And in a downtrend, the second high and the second low are going to be a lower high and a lower low. Christian, now why the other blue candles that is close under the counter trend line is not a confirmation? Okay, let's go step by step. Christian, why the other blue candle that is close under it? Because this is, we didn't learn yet, this is not a bearish candle. Christian, okay, this is a bullish candle, it's not bearish because of the long wick on the downside. What you are saying is that to draw a trend line for the first time you can only move the trend line when you have 2 highs and 2 lows in the same direction. Yes sir, Romar, we can. However, once you have established the 2 higher highs and 2 higher lows, you can then move the trend line and you can move it again on the 3rd higher high even. Yes, when the market confirms the sequence, you can adjust. It can break the yellow line, right? But then it's going to make a higher high up in here, only then you are going to adjust the uptrend line. So yes sir, if you do not have a 3rd higher low, at that point the trend line would just not cut the candles between the 1st low and the 3rd high. Yes sir. Yes, thanks, understood. Explain please about the correct moment to enter. Zuelius, when the market in an uptrend or in a downtrend, right? Or in a downtrend, the market's making lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, and when you are going to see a closed body candle on the other side of the trend line, Zuelius, this is the signal. This is the time to enter. Of course, with everything else that we have learned, structure, market wave, short-term trend, long-term trend. Ok, Zuelius? Quando a vela fecha o corpo do outro lado da linha de tendência é o momento de entrar. Beleza? Perfect, okay, that clears it all up. So the key here is for everyone to understand that this is the rule when you are establishing a trend line for the first time. Yes sir, this is the rule, everybody. This is why in the beginning we learned how to conform a trend. Remember the lesson on 25, 50, 75, 100%? Okay, it's a rule. In order to draw a trend line, you must have a minimum of 2 higher highs and 2 highs and 2 lows in an uptrend. Lala, is this clear? Is it clear? That was my understanding from the beginning. I thought we had new rules for the counter trendline break. Everybody, when I said to you, I don't remember to who did I say, but don't mix apples with bananas. Okay, the signal for you to enter is the body of the candle. Okay, and as Christian asked, well, why not the first one? This candle is not bearish. This candle is not bearish. Okay, now what is the problem? Sometimes, what is confusing? Sometimes the market is going to go sideways, right? How many of you, everybody, how many of you are seeing a sideways movement like this? And no, it's not an uptrend. You are seeing a sideways movement and you are going to put, oh, I'm going to enter after the market breaks the trend line. In other words, you are drawing your counter trend line like this. How many of you do this, everybody? How many of you are seeing this thing in here? Me. Okay. Everybody, it's okay. It's a process, okay? It's a process for you to understand. It's going to take some time when in reality you don't have two hard highs and two hard lows, and you should draw the trend line like this. And instead of entering in here, you should enter somewhere in here. Just an example. Right? You need to pay attention. Hola Passion, how are you? I'm great. Como você está, Aldo? After the confirmation, Giuseppe, I do. Okay. Remember the rules. When you are going to follow or a normal uptrend line or a downtrend line, remember the rules. A trend line is a tool that confirms the trend. A trend is formed with minimum two highs and two lows. And an uptrend, you will have the second high and the second low are going to be a higher high and a higher low. And in a downtrend, the second high and the second low are going to be a lower low and a lower high. And those are the rules. Period. Period. Okay? Period. And again, you can accept what we are teaching you, you can reject, no problem. I think it's clear, not trend to be confirmed, no trend yet. Okay, me after the confirmation, I do. Bem, obrigado. Passion, why is the candle blue if it's not bullish? I understand the wick. Yes, well, different colors, nothing special, just different colors. Okay, no problem. But we are going to learn, everybody, about the candles and the candlestick formations. Okay, support, resistance and pivot points. So CHFJPY said somebody that it's crazy, right? It's a news event, most likely, everybody. This is the 4-hour chart. It's a news event. Okay, let's go on the daily chart first. Okay, why do we need to understand? So what we have learned so far, we have learned about structure, we have learned about the market wave, right? The extension, retracement, extension. Now we need to learn, Christian, when? Can you be more specific? After the confirmation, when? If you're talking about this counter trend line, let's delete. This candle is the signal to go short. This is the bearish candle. I don't know if you are asking about this. Christian, would you be so kind and type the whole question from the beginning? In the meantime, we are going to talk about support, resistance and pivot points. Okay, now for the beginner trader, we need to understand support slash resistance slash pivot points because of the number one entries and number two take profits. Okay, we need to understand support, resistance, pivot points because of the number one, because of the entries, and number two, because of the take profits. When we will learn about the candles in the future lessons, I don't know. I know it's going to be, and tomorrow is, everybody, tomorrow is 1st of May. Stohastic is going to enter holidays, so we are going to be back on May 5th. May 5th, right? In English. May 5th of May, we are going to be back with the webinars. Stohastic is entering in holidays. Okay? But Christian, this month we are going to learn. In lower time frame, the bearish signal would, however, establish the downtrend. Yes, sir. Should we check lower time frame? No. Santano, if you are going to trade and enter from the 15-minute chart, you are going to enter from the 15-minute chart. You are not going on the 5-minute chart. So the answer is no. Passion, can I get the pivot points from the monthly time frame AUD/USD? King, no. Nope, King. This is going to be your homework. Okay. I mean, let's put it like this. I'm going to give you a homework for you to draw the pivot points, and then you are going to send me your homework, and I'm going to check. Okay, I'm going to tell you, oh, this pivot point is correct, and or this pivot point is not correct. Okay, everybody, don't try to get any shortcuts, because there are no shortcuts in trading. You need to study and you need to do the homeworks. Okay, and okay, King, maybe yes, maybe I'm going to give you the pivot points, but in some later date. Okay, not today. We need to understand support, resistance, pivot points because of entries, and number two, because of the take profit levels. I hope my English is correct. And in a downtrend, right? Down structure, down market wave. Okay, so in an uptrend, before we go long, and when we are going to see a change in the short-term trend, most likely this change in the short-term trend is going to happen at some level of past support. Okay, so this level here, today is just an introduction, everybody. We are going to talk about support, resistance and pivot points in the future lessons. Could you please write your email? Yes, sure, there are many shortcuts for losing money. Yes, they are. Christian, remember me at the end of the webinar, okay? I'm going to write the email again. So because of the entries, everybody, we need to understand, so this is past support, right? This is past support. Okay, and if you can find past support, everybody, this is going to give you a higher probability of success. So these webinars, everybody, these lessons are going to be the upgrade. Okay, you are going to learn a bunch of stuff, and everything is going to hopefully increase the probability of success. So past support, and we are here, well, this entry is going to have a higher chance of success, everybody, compared to this entry. Okay, those are two different entries. The one is far away from the uptrend line and it's far away from past support, and the other one is near the uptrend line and it's touching. Okay, and it's touching, it's confirming the past support. So this entry is going to have a higher chance of success, or in other words, is going to have less technical risk. Any question? I mean, this is nothing special, right? Nothing too difficult to understand, nothing special, right? Okay, now this past support we can also use when the market is doing what? When the market is retracing, right? So when the market is retracing, and we learned about the market wave, extension, retracement, extension, retracement. When the market is retracing, now we can, so it's going to be star star, we can project or time our entry. So this would be one. How can we use the past support and resistance and the pivot points? We can project our time to our entry, and of course we are talking about the buy, right? Most of the euro pairs, everybody, are retracing, and most of the GBP pairs are also retracing. So if you want, remember, these webinars are not trading advice, but if you want, you can project your entry, because when the market is going to hit past support, something is going to happen. Okay, or if you are short, what else can we do? We can not edit label, we can project our exit, and of course we are talking about the take profit. Okay, so you can use past support as just an introduction. The same logic goes with resistance, the same logic goes with pivot points. So when you have past support or past resistance, you can project, right? You can project when is going to be the right time to enter long. We're talking about the buy trade. Or if you are short, if you are shorting a retracement, you can project the time of your exit. You can take your profits in here. But it can also break the last high. Yes, of course. The market can do anything. It's a probability game. Great example on GBP JPY daily chart. Okay, thank you, Stoyan. GBP JPY daily chart. Let's wait. GBP JPY daily chart. Not sure what you are seeing, Stoyan. What are you seeing? Not sure what do you see? GBP, maybe the weekly chart, let me see. I'm not that spatially that trained, you know. Yeah, okay, let's see. So this would be structure, right? Extension, retracement, right? And this was the last level of, here would be, but this is not the easy one. Let's try to find the easier one. Okay, let's go everybody on what? Let me GBP AUD maybe, right? Let me see. GBP AUD weekly, monthly. Okay, extension, retrace. Okay, this is easier, right? Easier to spot. So it's not a confirmed uptrend yet, but extension, retracement, extension. Let's see. Maybe it's Euro New Zealand. Let me see. Anyway, everybody, you have here past in an uptrend. You have here different levels of past. Now you're not going to see. We have here different levels of past support. If you look from the right to the left, everybody, you are going to see different levels of past support, right? And don't worry, everybody, we are going to, this is just an introduction today. The last movement on daily. Can you tell how we can project the exit on your extension? Okay, let's try to find, let me see, Euro New Zealand maybe. I need to find the currency pair. Okay, Christian and everybody else, this is Euro New Zealand monthly chart, right? And let's go on the weekly chart. Oh, of course, EuroCAD, but this is still okay. Okay, everybody, do we agree that we are in an uptrend? Do we agree? Do we agree that we are in an uptrend on Euro New Zealand weekly chart? Do we agree that we are in an uptrend on Euro New Zealand weekly chart? It's a yes or no question, everybody. And we have 10 more minutes. Yes, okay. We learned about extension, retracement, extension. Right? And do we agree that we are in a retracement right now? Do we agree that we are on a retracement? In a retracement? CDO, yes, okay, great. Do we agree that we could, if we are skilled enough, we could be shorting this market, right? We could be shorting this market on the daily chart, 2-hour chart, 4-hour chart, whatever. Because maybe not on the weekly, but on the daily, the market was waving already, making lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs. Do we agree? Do we agree on that one? Yes, yes. Okay, but here on the daily we have a confirmed downtrend. The market is clearly making lower lows, lower highs, right? Okay. So Christian and everybody else, if you are shorting the market with the counter trend line or whatever level you are at, okay, so where could be the take profit? Just based on support and resistance. So in an uptrend, where is the, in an uptrend, right? So this is theory. In an uptrend we need to check the relevant highs and lows, right? So this is theory. Let's try to find the relevant highs and lows on the daily chart, right? The relevant highs and lows. So this would be the relevant high, this would be the relevant low, right? This would be the relevant low. Okay, so, and this relevant high is our level. And remember everybody, support, resistance and pivot points are not points, are levels. What does this mean? This means that the market, before it's going to change or continue, can break the pivot point or touch the resistance. It's a level. Okay, you cannot guess a pivot point or a support resistance to the pip. So yes, this, technically speaking, this is the past level of support on Euro New Zealand daily chart, right? And of course we are going to learn this now. The market is going to do one or two things, or is going to react and start to push higher, or is going to break the first level of past support and move to the next one. And we are going to learn on the future lessons that in order to draw correctly the levels of support and resistance, we need to draw a set of downstairs. What does this mean? This means that this level is here, then the next support is going to be here. Yeah, don't ask me why today, we don't have time. We are going to explain to you in the future lessons why this high is not support. Okay, this high is past support, not this one. We are going to learn this in the future lessons. Okay, Christian, so if you would short the market, somewhere, and we don't have the crystal ball, right? Somewhere in here, and maybe not on the daily but on the 4-hour chart, where we are going to, what is this? Okay, if you would short the market somewhere in here, where you have already, right, two lower lows, no, not yet, where is the lower low, okay, not the best rate, but this would be an example, right? Okay, a pip is still a pip, yes, correct, a pip is still up. So okay, from 1.8300 to 1, yes, okay, 400 pips, it's not bad, right? So you can short the counter trend line and this would be your profit. And you could take, everybody, it's an option, not a rule, this is an option. You could take this past support as the level of this. Yes, this is the level where you can profit take. I have the crystal ball. When I retire, I'll put it for auction. Yes, sir, great. So yes, we can at last support level. We are at the support area now. Okay, so you're in New Zealand, right? And remember, the market can do anything, so the market can do anything it wants. So this market can push higher, right? But remember, it can also push lower. And if it's going to break the first level of past support, oh, this is on the 4-hour chart, daily. Remember, when the market breaks the first level of support, it can go, it is going to go to the second level of support. So you can trade both sides. You can go long and you can go also short. And on the next level of support, something is going to happen. And the same logic, everybody, goes with the downtrend, right? So the market was, we are here, okay, the market was retracing up in here. So you could be going long in a downtrend, trading a down retracement, and again you can project or your entry to go short, or you can project where to go out and profit take based on In a downtrend, this is not going to be past support, but in a downtrend, this is going to be past resistance. So circle, this is past support, and circle, this is past resistance. And those concepts, everybody, and those rules apply to all time frames, and they apply to all currency pairs. Okay, everybody, see you back on Tuesday. Ducascope is going to enter in a holiday period. My email, educationfxpassion@gmail.com. Christian. Okay. Thank you for your time, passion, everyone. Thank you, everybody. So stay strong and trade with passion. See you back on Tuesday. This is FXPassion signing off.